Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on a beautiful day in Dorset, England. We're in my little cottage garden area, my favourite little corner, underneath the duo pear tree, which is looking very big and floppy. He's full of pears. We've got beautiful Concord pears on this side, really lots of them. And then we got some conference ones on the other. Let's have a little look, a closer look. You can see how they're telltale conference pears. I always forget which side has which, but at the moment it's really obvious. So we're going to get lots of beautiful pears this year. So gorgeous. So many as well, just all over. Oh, and then this flower, it's a beautiful perennial. I planted it a few years ago and it just gets so enormous and it looks so magical. You can barely see that these little balls are connected, like they're just dangling there, like little bubbles or something. Yeah, it's called Thalictrum. It's also known as meadow rue, and it's a real pollinator's magnet. It does get very floppy though, and so a little while ago it was pretty much on the ground, and so I pushed it up with some support sticks, which I then thought looked a little bit unattractive. So I then saw some beautiful, these guys here, which are known as gaze balls, and I thought they'd make good support. So we're going to remove those little sticks down here and get the gaze balls in place instead. Oh, and down here we have some baby's breath. It's quite funny because I actually was looking for baby's breath when I found the Thalictrum a few years ago, and this is one that you might recognize from like little posies with roses. They tend to be white against the red roses, and it's such a pretty little thing. And I'd never really seen it in gardens, but it is a perennial. It's a hardy alpine perennial, and so I thought, let's put it next to the Thalictrum. That's how tall the Thalictrum is. Crazily tall. Such a pretty flower, as is this little pink one here. So it's quite full of flowers. We've done some cleanup because the lupins are coming to an end. As you can see, I've had to chop them right back. Foxgloves too over. There's going to be some new little flower shoots. I snapped off, or I snipped off, the really big arching ones here, and there's some more little flowers coming here, so we can enjoy them for a bit longer. They're really pretty pastel colored foxgloves, so gorgeous. And there are more roses coming too, because I've deadheaded those ones. I really like these roses. They're like a peachy color. And I just absolutely love this delphinium. Oh, it's called Highlander Bolero. It's like a big double, and it's meant to come back every year and just look so beautiful and blue. Look at that. So gorgeous. But the real reason we're out here now is, of course, to enjoy all this, but also to show you something super exciting. So right over here, I have a little dwarf pomegranate. So I got it last year in September, and it is a dwarf pomegranate bush called Nana. And actually I think there are several bushes in there in that pot, sort of all connected. But when I got it back then, it was already fruiting, and it has these little miniature pomegranates, which are really tasty but just so adorable. They're mainly ornamental because they're so gorgeous. And the bush didn't do very well. I left it in the house to keep it safe from frost for some reason. It seemed young and small, and it just really started drying out, and I actually thought it might be dying or rotting or something. So I put it in the greenhouse for the rest of the winter, the unheated greenhouse, and it slowly started recovering, and then it got really hot in there. I thought, okay, let's shove it into this little very shady spot where plants seem to thrive because it's not too hot and it's just nice and temperate. And it's right next to our little Bertie, our hedgehog. He lives over there in that shady spot too. And I just noticed there are lots of little flower buds. I was so not expecting this, but there are really, really lots of them. Look, you can see how small they are. Look, oh, they're so tiny. There's one over here, which is slightly large there. Well, larger than the others. So the flowers themselves are super pretty, and then we can hopefully get some little tiny fruits. Oh, so cute, honestly, so fun. So that was very exciting. I just had to show that. That was my main reason for coming out here. I haven't done much with it. I think I feed it a bit of, what is it I give it? I give it some fish blood and bone at times, and when I'm feeding the other plants, I might give it some, I want to say tamarite. It's like a seaweed feed, all-purpose one. Really good for veggies and really good for tomatoes too. So yeah, that kind of tomato feed, but not much else. So really, really happy that it seems to be ready to flower again. That's such a nice thing, isn't it? When plants actually do well. I've also got an avocado here. This is a few avocados that I grew from seed, and they're all braided together down here. And then I have to keep it really short. I keep snipping off the ends because I want to keep it on a windowsill. And the windowsill isn't that tall, so the plant looks a lot bigger in the house. It looks kind of small out here. But that's how plants look in the garden. They look so much smaller, and then you bring them into the house and they're really enormous. So let me show you something really pretty, and then I will stop. Look at these hollyhocks. Aren't they just gorgeous? And it's right next to the persimmon tree, and I have to show you what's going on with the persimmon tree. We had all those flowers, and they are just ever so slowly setting into wonderful persimmons. We have the first one that truly looks like a persimmon. Look at that. I think we've lost some along the way because I thought we had about 12 flowers, and at the moment I can only count about 7. So we might have had some flower drop. They are quite camouflaged, so it's not the easiest thing to tell, but we'll see how it goes. There's one here, I know. Where are you? See, I can never find it. It's somewhere here. Where is it? Have I dropped it? Oh, there it is. See? So hard to find. There it is. It's also sort of setting. So this is so exciting. It's my first time ever seeing persimmon flowers or fruit after having planted this tree 8 years ago. So taking quite a bit of time. But wow, so happy. So look at that. Lovely things. So very lovely. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.